several different classes with Yemi. I remember when I first came to Shepherd, I was transferring, came into the communications department, didn't really know what to expect. And I remembered that one of the first classes I actually had with Yemi. And I saw his name on the roster, and I thought, I'd really like, because I make a point of trying to, talk to at least everybody in the class. And I saw his name on the roster, and I was like, oh boy, I have no idea how to pronounce this. So I met him in class, and they called out the names, and I noticed that they all called him Yemi, and I was like, oh, thank God. So I called him Yemi, like everyone else, and just completely forgot what the rest of his name was. But I had a studio production class with him over the summer, and I remembered that, he was so good at everything that he did when it came to filmmaking, when it came to editing. The guy was top notch. We put together some pretty ridiculous scenes for him to work with, and he jumped right on the computer and just went right with it. And I remember we used to see him. It was an everyday thing. Every morning, professor asked us to come in early if we wanted to work on it, to see if we could, get ahead of schedule. And he was always there early, one of the first people there, working on it, because we wanted to get the project done and work on it. I just remember that everything that he did, he was pretty much on top of it. And he always had a smile, always had a laugh. I noticed there's a lot of people that were saying that about him, and it's true. Every time you saw him, he was smiling or laughing or doing something ridiculous. He always had a snack, or was asking for a snack. And if he didn't have a snack, then he was like, oh, bummer. And then he felt bad because he didn't have a snack for Yemi. So sometimes you would go to the little concession box, vending machine, there we go, couldn't think of the word. Sometimes you go to the vending machine and grab a snack, and you grab two because you're like, Yemi's gonna ask me for a snack, I know it. So you'd have an extra snack for Yemi. And you'd just make his day, because it was like, the biggest thing that ever happened to him. You'd hand him a snack and he was like, oh, dude, thank you so much. So he was always a great guy, and he always brought a lot of laughs, and everybody's sharing stories about how he made you laugh. And I think that's how he needs to be remembered, is the fact that he was the guy that, no matter what time of day it was, could be 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, Yemi was the guy that made you laugh. And that's how I'm going to remember it. Thanks.
Hey guys, so I worked with Yemi at the bookstore, and he did love food. He always ate my oatmeal raisin cookies and all my granola bars. And he was probably one of the best t-shirt folders we had at the bookstore. Yemi, when I think about Yemi, I can't think of one negative thought about him. Every thought I have about Yemi is a positive one. He was probably one of the happiest people I've ever known in my life. And my favorite thing about Yemi is when he would come in the bookstore and be like, shower me with your love. He sung that to me every time I saw him in the bookstore. But I just want to say that I loved Yemi, and everyone at the bookstore loved Yemi, and he will be missed. So, thank you.
Hey there. My name is Norman, and I was trying to help Monica this morning by getting her some footage, and it kind of hit me that every project that I've worked on, It was me and Yemi, pretty much. So I just want to say a few words. Yemi was a good friend. That may seem like an obvious statement or too small a tribute for a man as gifted as he was. But along with his passion for making art, his determination to learn all that he could about cinematography, his never-ending quest to tell the story perfectly, and his mission to make the world a better place by speaking the truth, Yemi was also a good friend. Many people are passionate about what they do. Many people strive for perfection. And many people create stories that move us and challenge the way that we think. But not many people are all of those things and a good friend. I tell you how he was a good friend, but you already know. He invested his time in the people around him as much as he did in his art. And so, it bears repeating one last time, and I don't know any better way to say it. Yemi was a good friend.
My name is Ryan, and I want to start by saying that I did not know Yemi particularly well, and that I didn't have a class with Yemi, and I don't share a major. But I work hall security in Prince every Thursday, and I live in the same building as Yemi, Prince, and so I saw him around quite often. And that smile that everybody keeps talking about, I saw it. I experienced it. There were very few words shared between us. And I think that's really unfortunate. And I cried not because I lost a friend, but because I never had the chance to make one.
I'm Ernie. Yemi was my first friend at Shepherd. My first class I had, he was there, and Norman was there. It was a news class. And since then, I think every project that I've done, just like Norman, has had Yemi's name on it. So I kind of got the joy of seeing Yemi progress from somebody who had a lot of ideas and was basically flat out into those ideas, but didn't quite have the finesse yet to get it quite done and done on time, to somebody who could conceptualize something by himself. The first projects, it basically took all of us, and then Yemi editing, but by himself could conceptualize an idea, go out, shoot it, and produce something that was extremely clever and creative. And I don't think that Yemi even really gave himself the credit that he deserved. He is one of those people that he was way more talented than I think he realized. He had no ego about what he did. If you had a question, he would answer it. He'd sit down and help you. He'd take time away from what he was doing to help you. He taught a lot of people, myself included, a good bit about what we do here, because he just had a gift for it. And I'm happy that I got the chance to work with him on pretty much everything that I did. He was a really great friend to me.
I'm Mary. Speaking of snacks and smiles, I had that same production class this summer that Brett was talking about, and there was one day that I came in and I'm distraught. Like, I was so upset over something that had happened the night before. And Brett and Yemi
took it as their sworn duty to make me feel better. And like, it was just this beautiful combination of Brett being loud and Yemi just quietly going, like, he's right, you should feel better. You're fine. And then at one point, it involved Yemi literally shoving a donut in my face. Eat this, you'll feel better. And because it was such a small class, we all became friends really quickly. Because you just see the same, it was like 6 people, just for several hours for a few weeks. And we weren't really good friends, but I really felt like we were going to be. Like you could just tell, because every time I saw him, he was excited to see me, and I was excited to see him, and like Ryan said, never got the chance to make one.
Hi there. My name is John McCarrick. I'm an actor, sort of. I am a mass comm student. First time I met Yemi was in class. I had a theater introduction class with him. And he was one of the nicest guys I've ever met. He and I did a project for Turbo Duck Productions, along with Norman and several other people. We were doing a 24-hour film festival. And it's been a couple of years, I don't even remember the official name of it, but it was a wonderful experience. And ever since then, I kept trying to work with him and kept in touch with him and Norman, and it's just really hard to believe that.